All right. Good afternoon once again. Wherever you are hearing the sound of my voice, it's another time to pause and to vibe. And I welcome you to a beautiful, I think these are four segments of the show in September. So on this note, I will say welcome to September and welcome to the Ember month. Yeah, we are now facing the embers: September, October, November, December. As we talk about the ember, just also what? Have it in mind that you'll be remembered. So you will be remembered for good, you will be remembered for opportunities, you will be remembered for privileges. So welcome to the Ember Months. And once again, I welcome you to another powerful edition of Youth Pulse on GOTS 104.9 FM. I am Festus Adelaja, the mouthpiece of the youth. So, with me in the house, I have just a vibrant youth. What's your name? Good afternoon. How are you? So let's meet you.
My name is
Fuad. Fuad Yusuf. How are you doing? All right. You are welcome to Youth Pulse. So this afternoon, we'll be looking into a very interesting discussion. Something that all the youth need to hear, starting from those in secondary to tertiary institution, the young professionals, even the serving corps members. So it's something like a topic and a subject that really concerns us all and that matters to us. So for the sake of those who are joining us for the first time, what is Youth Pulse? Youth Pulse is a dynamic radio program where we discuss different issues, where we educate ourselves as youths on different issues that is kind of peculiar to our age. So before we go into the main discussion for today, we go on a short musical break, and I will use that song to usher you all into the discussion that we have for today. So stay tuned. We'll be right back. We'll be building our story and the conversation this afternoon around that song. If we look at the song, Coat of Many Color, the story behind the song, when I have to go through it, Dolly, when she was a little girl, she grew up in a very small family. The family is not that well to do. So the mother gathered some scraps of clothes. You understand? We can call it rags, you know now. All these pieces from tailors. The mother gathered those scraps and used the scrap to make a coat for her. Are you getting my point? Now, while the mother was making the coat, to make it more interesting to her, the mother told her the story of Joseph, how the father gave him a coat of many colors. So that got her impressed. So Dolly Patty, you know now, she picked the clothes, she put it on, and went to school. She was very happy. She put on coat of what? Many colors. But the friend started making jest of her. That no. You understand? That she's wearing rag, she's wearing this. But regardless of that, we discovered that what she was still proud of that her coat of many colors. And years later, while in the school bus, what happened was she now received the inspiration to write a song about her coat of many colors. Meaning she turned her story into a music. Until date, the song is still trending. So even to write the song, she don't even have a book. From her story, she picked the laundry paper, the receipt, while in the school bus. So she wrote the song while she was inside the school bus. So that's what you are looking at this afternoon. The story behind the coat of many colors. How Dolly Party was able to manage the situation. So I want to ask, from your own perspective, what can you say about that? About her, about the song and the whole thing? Move closer to the mic.
Oh, sorry. Dolly Party, yeah. I feel the it's not like, how do I explain? She's someone who saw the coat of many colors as something she had an emotional bond with.
Something she had an emotional bond with.
I don't really think she took it as something material. At that moment, she wasn't really actually after the fact that it was expensive or not. She was just feeling, oh, my mom did this for me to make me happy. All right. Special.
So like a kind of, she was satisfied. Right. Yeah, sure. Because that's what we are even talking about this afternoon. We are looking at contentment, because I think it's something we need to talk about. Yeah, well, if we look at it, she found joy in what she have rather than what she lacked. Because if you look at it today, I think most youths today, instead of deriving joy in what we have, we choose to derive depression from what we lacked. You understand? So we are looking at a subject of contentment. And if I should say contentment, I will see it as what? A state of having satisfaction and peace of mind regardless of circumstances. Yeah, and for those who are listening to us, a process or in which you as a person, you are finding a sense of contentment and satisfaction. Not only you as a person, even in what your parents can afford. You know, very soon now the schools will be resuming, and many will be like, you go back to school, you see your colleague that are using iPhone 16 and you are using Techno. I'm not the marketing any product. Are you getting my point? Neither am I marketing any. For example, you see the type of food your colleagues are eating and you see what your mother could give you. Some people, I remembered when I was in school, some people's allowance was like times 2 of what I was receiving. While as well, I was also richer than some. But we see many people will be like, instead of having that sense of satisfaction in what they have, what they just do is, So we are looking at that this afternoon. But before we dip further, I want to say this, that many are rich and are not happy, and many are happy and are not rich. And the reason is purely based on their perspective. So whether you will be happy or not, what makes you happy or not, it's all about your perspective. It's not about how much you have, but how you see things, how you see life. So we'll be looking into contentment this afternoon.
Back through the years I go wandering once again, back to the seasons of my youth, and I recall a box of rags that someone gave us, and how my mama put the rags to use. There were rags of many colors.
All right, so still on the subject of contentment on Youth Pulse on GOT 104.9 FM. Now, one thing is, I want to ask, have you ever owned something small that meant the world to you? Though it is small, not as big as what others have, but that little thing you have, it meant the whole world to you. So, can you give me an example? Something that you think is small, but it means a lot to you.
When I was in SS3.
Move closer to the mic.
Sorry. When I was in SS3.
Okay.
So, during my WAEC, my JAMB, WAEC and NECO exam,
yeah,
my mom promised to get me a phone. A phone that time. She promised to get me an iPhone.
Okay.
She said iPhone 13. That time iPhone 13 just came out. So that really drove me like very well. For sometimes I would be in the exam hall, I wouldn't know what to write.
Okay.
I would want to give up. Then I would just be like, this iPhone 13.
That's your mama. So that was your own coat of many color then.
Yeah.
Did she give it to you?
So eventually, when I finished the exams, she wasn't able to afford the 13.
Okay.
So she got me an iPhone X.
Okay.
That iPhone X, it represented how hard I worked. I felt I was very, even though it was little compared to what
she promised.
Yeah, even some of my friends were using 13 that time, 13 Pro Max.
Mm-hmm.
But still, I felt very contented with that X because I felt, this X, I didn't get it anyhow. I worked really hard for it. It represented my hard work. So I felt very contented with it. So it was very nice.
So
And, yeah.
you are looking at from this angle that, okay, fine, even though what your mom later gave to you is not as big as what she promised,
Yeah.
but it meant a lot to you. So my advice to the young ones that are listening to us out there, the little you have, cherish it.
Yes.
Yeah, cherish it. John Maxwell said that if you cannot celebrate small wins, you won't know how to celebrate big ones. So celebrate every little wins you have. Now, why contentment matters? I will just give why contentment matters as a youth.
Well, to me, I believe contentment helps to reduce anxiety.
Anxiety.
Yeah.
So at least, okay, how? Like, you won't be under pressure, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's true. Contentment helps in reducing anxiety. You won't be anxious. I don't have this, I don't have that. At least, while you are working towards what you desire, you are still making a good use of what you have. And apart from that, I will also say it reduces envy. You know, when you see most of these youths who are kind of jealous or envying other people, is because they lack contentment. I must be honest. I'm not saying we should not desire something that is big. I'm not saying don't desire something good. I'm not saying don't desire something big. But for example, now you are working and your salary is, let's say, 250,000 naira. You are now envy someone, your own boss. Are you getting it? That is collecting like you are collecting 250,000 naira. Your boss is collecting like 600,000 naira. So, you know, when you have contentment, it saves you from all this unhealthy competition. Yeah, it will not make you to put a kind of horse before a cart before the horse, if I should be right. So it reduces all this pressure and so on. So I think that's another thing I will say. Apart from it reduces the stress, it builds stronger relationship, it reduces this envy, and it gives us sense of gratitude. Some children don't appreciate their parents. Have you seen that before?
Yeah. I am.
Yeah, because even me as well, I've seen some children, they will be like, even though their parents are trying their best for them, they'll be like, no, nah, don't you see what the father of this or that? No, it's because they lack contentment.
Like,
what can I say about that?
They be like, Dangote is my father's influence now.
Dangote.
That
But
don't get levels.
and I want to tell you this, you know, for most of the youths that do say that, I want to say this. Even though you think your father is not doing enough, he's giving you his best. Your mother is giving you her best. You too, work for your own best. Instead of comparing your dad to Dangote. Your dad is not Dangote. Your dad is who he is. Take him for who he is. Your mom is who he is. So just work for the best, aspire for the best, and appreciate the little you have. Let's look at the dangers.
Dangers.
Yes, of discontentment.
Discontentment.
Yeah.
That's how you start hearing. Okay. I have a friend. Yeah, I won't say his name. It's not that his parents are very rich. They give him, when we're in 100 level, they give him 250k as pocket money every week. That's
250,000 naira
Yeah.
every week.
But due to lack of contentment, he had to like source for other ways.
Wow.
I feel he brought himself into that problem because he started a lifestyle he couldn't afford.
He
That
couldn't
250.
afford.
Yeah. And if he had calmed down or
Yeah.
had spoken to them, I feel they would have done more. But let's not get into that. I think he wasn't contented with the 250k, so he had to like start other means to get money.
Okay.
Other means I won't say.
Yeah, I understand.
So he eventually got into trouble.
Wow.
And his father is a very disciplined man. The man had to let him wait himself for a month before he could intervene.
Intervene.
Wait
So
till
at
that guy
least
is-
he spent a sale in the month.
my friend on.
So- Wow, that's serious. So I think that's true. So I think many young people are finding themselves in problems today because they lack. Yeah, someone that is collecting 250k per month. How much is my salary save? Wait, I think if I say that, I'm going to flog you. No, it's true now. How much per week, right?
Per
Weekly
yeah.
allowance 250,000. So that's one. Then apart from that, I will also see this issue of should I say, how do I put it? Broken relationship as well. You know, some people as well, they've lost the relationship between themselves and their parent because of this lack of contentment. The bond is no longer there. Look at that boy now, like you said. If not for the father's love, some fathers might have disowned him. That, come, you want to spoil my name? Let's look at greed as well. Greed, all this some youth that are involving in, should I say, fraud, all those stuff. Yeah, for me, I think it is lack of contentment. If you are earning 250 naira, build your life around it for now, while you are trusting God for something. Or what do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then if your parents, if all they could give you at that point is should I say, even let's look at the aspect of core members. You see some people, their allowance is 77,000 naira. So that's 77,000 naira. Some people will be like, oh, I'm now a big man. You are now living large. Now you are a core member. You now want to be competing with your with staffs in the place you are serving. Your allowance is 77,000 naira. Your boss is earning, let's see, some will even be earning up to 1 million naira. Now, even some people we are comparing ourselves to. Somebody met me and she said, if you see my HOD, the head of my department, if you see the type of clothes she's wearing, this and that. I said, do you know her other streams of income? So these people, you don't even know the number of streams of income they have. You just go to the office, you discover they are wearing designer, then you start competing with them. And at the end of the day, you see some people, they end up in debt. Yeah, because they're building a kind of life they can't sustain. So before you know what's happening, they've used this loan app, that loan app, the other loan app. So I think some people have landed in debt as well due to this lack of contentment. So to the youth who are listening to us, we are not saying don't dream big. We are not saying don't aspire for something bigger. But make the good use of what you have. That's your coat of many colors.
Mama made for me, and I couldn't understand that, 'cause I felt I was rich. And then I told him of the love my mama sewed in every stitch. I even told him all that story Mama told me while she sewed, and why my coat of many colors was worth more than all their clothes. They didn't understand it, and I tried to make.
Alright, so welcome back from that short musical break. The song you are hearing is Coat of Many Color by Dolly Patton. And what we are discussing today on Youth Pulse is contentment. Then I want to ask you a question, Fuad. As a youth, how can someone cultivate contentment?
Okay, so from my own point of view,
Yeah.
I feel contentment should start, the cultivation of contentment should start from the parents.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Depends on how you bring up your child from home.
Okay.
If you have a parent that isn't contented or that tries to, instead of support you, compares you to other children. For example, be like,
okay, so you mean right here now parents should stop comparing their kids
yeah,
to other children?
sometimes it might be motivating, but we all have different aspects. You understand? People have different point of views to things.
Okay.
Imagine you're like, that is Tunji Tiramoto Funye, Kilo Nshe. How are you doing? Then you shall be like, at least try to calm down with me now. I'm not trying to. But then again, from there, if you think of it, the child might start feeling little of himself.
Sure.
Then start to like, maybe he works hard and gets.
I remember
like
the skit I remember the skit I watched, or his story. What happened was they went for what was it called? Award given day. The boy sat beside the father. Best in English. So the father was now saying, oh money, eh? Like a kind of now trolling his own child. That these are children. So the child was like, am I animal? You understand? Best in mathematics, they called on that person. They say, those are good children. And the child was there. So on their way going back home, their vehicle got spoiled. Other parents started passing by. The child started saying, those are good fathers. I'm not saying do that. But like what you said, I think parents, stop putting undue pressure on your children. Teach them to follow the due process. Teach them the dignity in labor. Teach them to wait for their time. Then as well to the youth that are listening to us, I also say limit comparison. Yes, the race of life, you are not competing with anybody. Let it be just because you want to become a better version of yourself. Whatever you do, whatever your aspiration is, make yourself the standard of your upgrade. Let it be because, okay, I want to become a better version of myself. In your field of work, in your offices as well. Don't be jealous of anybody. Don't envy any. But just cultivate this attitude of gratitude. Yeah. Stop comparing yourself with other people. Just make do of what you have. Then apart from that, I will say another thing, that what surround yourself with positive, grounded people. Yeah, positive, grounded people. Yeah. What do you also have to say again in cultivating the attitude of contentment. If you have any other thing to add.
Well, I don't really have anything to add. I could just buttress on the point that
Okay.
Surround yourself with positive people.
Yeah.
People that support you. People that don't put pressure on you.
They don't put pressure on
People
you.
that try to make the best out of the little.
Make the
all of you
best.
have. You understand?
So not the ones that are now telling you no now. Let's
Let's
follow shortcuts. Let's go this way. No. Follow people that motivate you to do better. People that teach you to aspire more, right? So I think that's fine. So we will soon be rounding up on Youth Pulse this afternoon. Then before we go, I want to ask you this question that ask yourself as a youth, as a student, as a young professional, as an entrepreneur, even those in secondary school, what do you already have that you can be thankful for today? Just think about it, one thing. Someone like me now, I think I can mention at least one thing, even though it may not be as good as I expect, but I think. So, Fuad, is you are alive, so you are thanking God for life. Honestly, some people have died. So honestly, and those who have died, they can't come and be struggling for all these properties again.
Actually.
So yeah, what is that thing that you already have and you are thankful for today? I think that's one. Then as well, where in your life are you chasing more but you are losing peace? You need to check it.
Losing peace.
Yeah. So it's a food for thought to those who are listening and to myself as well. Where is that place that you think you are aspiring for better, but it is taking away your peace of mind?
Web3.
Web3. So honestly, you have to be very, very careful. We have a guest with us in the studio. They will soon be coming in. It is a very renowned school. They have one or two things to tell you as well. So to the parents, to the youths, to the students who are listening, we want to say stay tuned and stay glued to your radio. Then as well, next week Friday, I think the schools are resuming, right? So we have a very fantastic academic series next week, and it will be so interesting. So I will encourage everyone, don't just miss out of it. And as we are signing out of the studio, what's your closing remark for our listeners this afternoon?
Y'all stay contented, bros, and don't do anything for the horse, guy. You understand?
Yeah.
Work for yourself.
Work for yourself. Be satisfied with what you have. Hustle wisely. No run past what you feel chew. Don't bite more than what you can chew. Then don't compare your behind the scene to somebody's stage performance.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Tell yourself I'm still a work in progress. Yeah. So that's true. So just tell yourself you are a work in progress. So what you have today may not be good enough, but remember that's your coat of many colors. It means a lot to you. So today choose contentment, not because life is perfect, but because gratitude makes it enough. Develop a grateful heart. And on this note, I will be signing out on Youth Pulse for this week. We meet next week, but like I said, stay tuned. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. We have a good news for you. It will be coming to your ear in the next few minutes. So I leave the song with you, Coats of Many Color by Dolly, Patton. Thank you so much.
Back through the years I go wandering once again, back to the seasons of my youth, and I recall a box of rags that someone gave us, and how my mama put the rags to use. There were rags of many colors, but every piece